It's all football all the time here. Week 11, K-Town Throwdown going up against Milwaukee Bears. And it's NFL wildcard weekend, so we got a hell of a lot of things going on. Of course, the Bears just striding in at an undefeated 9-0, plus 250. Pretty much rolling over everybody, mostly cakewalks. But still, you can't help but be impressed by this team. And when I did some early on testing, particularly it matched up pretty well against my team, which almost caused me to quit everything I've ever done. However, they are definitely beatable, and I'm actually a little surprised that they've been undefeated this whole time. So let's see. K-Town can go. I checked the power rankings and forgot to see where the hell K-Town was, but they certainly have the potential. So let's find out. Is this the week that Bears fall? Mike announced my team, and of course that was when the winning season ended for me, and then I've since lost another complete bullshit game. So part of me wants him to lose, and then part of me wants him just to keep on rolling, since he did build a pretty kick-ass heavy rush team here. So he deserves some credit for that. And it looks like he's going to score first. First blood is drawn by Squeaky. So we got some home sound effects for him. So there it is. And no block. So it's a 7-0. And that was just a steady dose. I don't think we saw an incomplete pass. So Abdul-Jabbar kicks it to Stoller, who will not make the 20. So Brad Metzger comes out. Ben Mock going to do a little toss. Got that RB2. A dive. Can't lead him there. All he needed was a soft touch. Why throw it into coverage? Motion for Mock. And, those plays are dangerous, man. The number of INTs that have popped up has been pretty insane. The handoff on third down does nothing. So 4th and 7, a pretty pathetic 3 and out. And that was close. Just gets the ball off. Fires it off to Earnhardt. And look at the punter making moves across the 50 into the 44. Had very few kick return and punt returns for touchdowns, if any, because all the players are so jacked up on their stats. But that doesn't stop Scolari from just continuing to dominate. They bowl over the double team. He finds the outside. Nice tackle there. Still picks up 6. They try to punch it in the middle. A lot of fakes. And look at that little head toss. And man, the heavy rush team who then gets ahead does not bode well. Will this just be another shellacking? 14-0. Shitty little kick to Stoller. He stands at his 18. That's what he got up to last time. He's going to beat that, but not by much, to the 28. I mean, they have good passes. You can score on almost any play. And he is able to hit good old Bo Jackson in stride. Now Mock, but it's a called play, and he cannot escape. The cornerback takes the perfect angle, doesn't let him get to the outside. And he's just going to take off and runs. Got a bit of speed, making some nice moves there. He's brought down at the 25. Good decision to tuck and run on that one. Spread formation for Mock. Again, he decides to tuck and run. Liked what he saw. Can't quite hit to the outside of that wide receiver, but it's another first. Here's the motion. Called play, but this could be what you want. And he does. He reaches out and grabs it. Brian Schuster, those hands. That was a down low by the knees, fingertips on the ball catch. Looked like maybe he let him too far with all that pressure. His face had to throw off the back foot. but he's able to knock it in. So that stems the bleeding. Nice drive, keeps Scolari on the field. I didn't check what his condition is. Pretty heavily influenced in how the old RB2 is feeling when you go with a heavy rush team. Alright, it's a double back set on this all-white team. That's another thing that's shocking. How can you be undefeated? There's your cross-off tackle. Ooh, big chop down there. That'll slow him up. Now he's in the offset. The pitch down. Scolari's making his own hole. That's what she said. And has only picked up 2. Are they going to stumble here? They're going for a pass. There's somebody in their face. Oh, and they get the first. Wow, a pass for a first down. Now they're probably back to the heavy rush. They are. He's got a lot of green. Finds the right spot. Tosses a man for good measure. And it's back to another touchdown. They've touched the ball 3 times. They have found the end zone 3 times. And it's good and through. And now it's a deep kick from Abdul. Stoller 3 yards deep, brings it out. And can't make it to the 20. They love the spread. And I don't know what that was. A little shift and then trying to get everybody to him and then throw, but a great knockdown. Now here's a run play. Oh, but that right outside linebacker spins over 2 guys and brings him down. Plunge up the middle. That is met by a fierce defense. And remember, we had that chance for a block punt. Again, they just get the ball off. Everybody came racing in. They were so excited about that. They don't really have great punt coverage. And so there it is. This time a called play. That's one way to stop him. That is one thing. If you get a called play on these RB2 runs, they almost never gain anything. Another nice chop down for not a called play. Likely passing situation. It is. Spread formation for Cooper. This is the time where he should toss up an INT. Just gets away with a incomplete, an INC. And so it's punt time. 0 pressure at all. He can just sit back there, take a drag off a sig, and then pop it deep into the end zone. So for the first time, the Bears do not find the end zone after 2 stopped runs and an incomplete. He's got a little check down. He's going to find McKee. Not super speedy, but make one nice move for a little bit extra bonus yak here. Double back set. They fake it down low. And a diving. This time he does loft it over the defender. Both players dive the outstretched hands with a great catch. Now he fades back. And he's going to find McKee again. Holds on to the ball. Picks up a first. Here comes motion. This is the play they scored on. Did they see something they like? Oh, and caught in coverage. Dangerous, but they'll take it. Again, they go right back to it. He's going to try to find the streaking WR2, who does a little too much speed for that left cornerback, and Brandon Cornell with a touchdown. Ben Mock nods his head, pumps his fists. And here's a score and no block. And it's a 7-point game. Medium kick, Earnhardt at the 11. Call it the 13. Rusty. What movie does a father have a son named Rusty? Alright, Scolari plowing through, 9 to go. Can't see the line, can you, Russ? Alright, they pitch it. Why? Oh, and he falls down. He does get the first, but had a lot of gain there. I think it must have rained earlier. I'm not sure his cleats are the right size. You may want to check that at halftime. And he holds on. Look at the dragging strength to pick up another couple of yards here. Time, not too much of a factor. They pitch it up. This time it's called play. So here comes a big 3rd and 7. Do they stick with the run? They do. Probably wise. And he's getting chased. Oh, 4th and 2. What are you going to do? They're going to go conservative. Not sure I like that call. I think with that heavy power run, I'm firing in, especially with this shitty little punt. Doesn't even get it inside the 20. So they have time. This high pass offense. These guys can do stuff. Line hold, medium. Oh, should have just checked it down. Looks like they're going to try a little something different here with a run. That people get a little confused. This guy's not too good, but decent. They don't really have a lot of time for that, though. 35 seconds. Praying for a big strike to make it a tie game. That's knocked down. 2nd and 10, 25 seconds. 1 or 2 plays here. Does have a man deep. He's waiting. He fires to Cornell. Is the DB there? There's nobody there. He gets up. And, oh, tackles him at the 2. What a defensive play. They both dive. They both get up. But it's the long hair. He grabbed his hair and ripped him down. It looked like a horse collar. Everyone expected penalty, but no. Upon review, it's a proper call. The dude is down at the 1 with no time to go. So all of that excitement for nothing. But they do have the ball. Can they do it again? Called play here. He's going to fire it off. That looks like a pick, and it is. Scolari, look at him doing double duty, just runs over everybody. Great field position for the Bears. Now they blow open a hole. Did he change his cleats like I suggested? He may have. That's another 1st down. Here's a pitch to the wide side. Gets a nice block up front. Picks up 4. Got a lot of speed. Can't quite find the 1st down marker. So an important 3rd down here. What are you going to do? Go right back to that run play. They don't call it, so he should very likely pick up the 1st, and does. Got to give K-Town credit for holding him for the most part. As I speak, that might be it. And it is. Touchdown. Squeak. In for the score. Nobody there. Easy XP straight down the middle. Can K-Town find some magic? This guy looked like he picked up a condition. He looks pretty damn fast. Look at him go. Making serious moves. Oh! Gets inside the 40. Hell of a return. Got a lot of pressure. Going to do that diving throw to Jackson. That's the pickup of 11. Although I think if you just plunked it right to him, he might have run for a touch more. Dangerous throw. Lucky to just walk out of there with an INC. Got a check down. If he fires it, no, he goes aggressive. Jackson can't find it. 3rd and 10. They've got to have points here. And he's going to have his little dump off. And Jackson will find the 1st. And it is now a huge play there. So now 1st and goal at the 8. And again, he's going to have Jackson. And Jackson's going to get in. So Bo Jackson in for the strike. Ben Mock. I believe That's all throwing touchdowns for Mock. They do let somebody in, but they squeak it in and keep it a key one-score game. Sherman fires it down to Earnhardt. He's at the 9. Line holds initially, but then he's destroyed at the 18. Here comes man in motion. Cooper hands off to Scolari. Scolari making some moves, picks up 8. Double back set. They plunge up the middle. No, it's a fake. And they're going to dump it off to their hero, who picks up the first. That play has worked. Occasionally it works great. A lot of times it works like shit. Hence the $10,000 price tag, which was a mix-up on Bobby, but not that crucial. Although if Mike was 19-0, maybe it was. All right, here comes Potts. He tries to get in for a little tackle. They pitch away from him. Oh, great job to meet him there. Although Scolari fights hard to make it not a TFL. Now they're in the gun. Not sure I would have called this. He's going to force it. Oh, it looked like the man was open, but great linebacker coverage. And that will cause a punt. No pressure whatsoever. Looks like it might be a pretty good punt. Might be a little deep. Little bit deep. Yep. Stoller, sorry. He's got a man. He finds Cornell, Brandon Cornell, who scored on this play. And that's a big pickup here. You can sense a little life brewing for K-Town. Got him again. Wrong guy. Jackson, though, makes the catch. Cornell would have been a touchdown. Oh, this is not what you want. Oh, my God. He takes his time trying to set it up. Could have been an easy touchdown. Instead, he gets sacked. Now the pressure's coming in. He forces it in there. Lucky that was not picked. 3rd and 19. Huge play. Would you settle for the field goal? This is what they wanted. This time he throws it to him, and he's just got too much of a lead. So one of the coolest things about that play is on the blitz, you still are often successful. The worst thing is when you fucking throw an INT or running back in the flat. Nice little kick. And we do have ourselves a tie ball game. I haven't watched that closely, but this might be the first time that it's been a tie score for the Bears in the 4th quarter. All right, not a lot of pressure there, but he falls down. Coach Moore sticks his leg out and does not get called for tripping. 2nd and 13. The pitch down. Scolari's going to find that, but he is tackled. Pretty good gang tackling there. They stick with the run. He's chased, but he's going to get that 1st and more. So that'll move the chains. The clock continues to tick. Here's the pitch. Got one man out there, takes a bad angle, bowls over people. Finally, somebody grabs him from behind. Huge pickup, though. On the 35, they go right back to that play. They've called it a couple times, sensing a weakness. And another big 8-yard pickup. Offset now formation. They flip it down. He decides to follow his blockers wisely. Picks up the 1st. Move the chains again. 1 more minute's burned off the clock. Double back for Cooper. This time it's a call play and it gets destroyed. Seth Burkiel gets in there on the sack. 2nd and 17. Will this force a pass? Looks like they're sticking with the run, as I would. And but they do get in there. He could have juked those guys maybe. Now it's 3rd and 13. Probably going to see a pass. Let's see what they choose to do. They do pass. Going to have a couple of choices. Might find his man. And it's an INT. Went for the throw and gets the pick. All of a sudden, life now. They go a little conservative, feed the middle there, pick up 2. Trying to watch the clock. They want Scolari to get the ball again. Uh-oh, they've left a man wide open. They've had a hard time covering the deep man. Cornell is open at the 40 to the 30. He's got a chaser who dives prematurely, and they will tackle him at the 8. In a way, you're almost thinking just let him fucking score there. But they can throw lots of picks and all sorts of stuff here. It's not the greatest short yardage offense. 2nd and 8, incomplete pass. Double back set. What do? Called play. He gets the ball off, but he pushed it too far. How rare is it to get a ball off in that pass when it's called? They go right back to it. Oh, Jackson's open, and he's going to feed it to him. Jackson is in there, and so now the pressure looms. Less than a minute to go for the undefeated. And they doink it in, so it's a full 7-point lead. Sherman with a decent kick, up-angled slightly. Earnhardt at the 8. Got pretty good speed, out to the 24. They need a full touchdown. I don't know if they're going to get it passing. They do complete it to Tim is my daddy. I like that one. I don't even think I realized that guy was on the fucking team. And they're going to leave a man open. He's going to toss it to Reed, who then tosses a guy and is in. Holy shit, who would have thought the passing game would be the one to bring him back? But Joe Cooper says, fucking hold my beer, bitch, and fires it in, and they don't block it. We got ourselves a tie ball game with few seconds left. It's a deep, deep kick. Stoller better hold on to the goddamn ball. He sprints, destroyed at the 13. What are they going to do here? Should be at a safety zone. Lot of pressure. Incomplete. 1 second left. Can't really see them doing a whole lot other than losing the game on this fucking play. And he is down. So, it is a tie. 35-35. The 9-0 record. They are going to receive. Will K-Town even touch the ball? Will they try the Super Bowl's the onside? Grant Sherman will decide it. And they say, fuck it, let's play a little defense. Of course, they've allowed 35 points, but it's a good kick. Gets that first wall, but he is tackled inside the 10. See what they do here. They pitch to Scolari, and pretty nice defense there. They'll certainly give him 3 each time he touches the ball. Here comes a pass, which has been working well. And, oh, I thought that was an INT, but the offender just knocked it out. Huge 3rd and 7. They pitch it up. Can anybody get up there? They're slow to react. And Scolari gets the first down. Wipe some sweat off your brow. Now it's a called play. They suck him in. Loses 3. Double back set. I'd still stick with the run. They do. It's pretty well covered. But he's just got so much speed, folks. He can turn that outside. Turns that play into a first down, 15 yards. Not sure I'd throw again. They leave a man open because nobody's thinking about the throw. And it's caught in coverage. I thought the guy stepped in front of it, but no. Now it's a double back set. He comes flying through. Scolari already has a first down. Tosses a couple people. And there they are. Will we see a field goal? No, they want more yardage. Now they pitch it down. They don't read it too well. He's got a lot of green. Gets a couple of blockers. And down. Will they just trot out the field goal? They do. I like the decision here. They bring it out. Can they get any pressure? Potts is there. He lines it up. There's no one there. It's good. And the undefeated season continues. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar steps up, knocks in the short kick. Look at Mock. Who would have thought he knocked out 370 yards, but Cooper really is the hero with this offense. 50% passing, 115 yards, and of course there is Squeak. Look at him, 366 fucking yards, 19 first downs. Holy shit balls, that was a hell of a game.